I firmly believe that trust is the foundation of everything that we do in our life. I believe that if we trust one another, then we'll have great progress as human species. But what happens if our trust is broken? What happens if that one best friend of ours is suddenly no more talking to us? What happens if that one relationship you valued so much in your life is now on the verge of breaking due to lack of trust? Or what happens if your trust is broken at your workplace? That is when we start to rebuild trust. But before we try and understand how to rebuild trust, let's understand what are the components that trust is made up of. Hi guys, my name is Shagufta, and today I'm going to talk to you about three components, very important, by which trust is made up of. Although there are many things that contribute in building trust in a relationship, but these three components are very important. The first one is being authentic. If you sense that I'm being authentic in most of our conversations, you are more likely to trust me. Point number two is being logical in our conversations. If you sense that I put logic in our conversations, if you believe that I'm logical in most of our conversations, you are far more likely to trust me. And the last one, but the most important, is showing empathy. If you believe and if you understand that I am showing empathy towards you, if my empathy is directed towards you in our conversation, in our relationship, then you are far more likely to trust me. Now, when these three things work together, there is great trust in a relationship. But if any one of these three things shakes or wobbles, that's when the trust is threatened. So now let's understand deeply what are these three things and how do we help build these three things to achieve great trust in any relationship. Alright, so let's talk about the most common wobble, which is empathy. And obviously, we do not have trust because of the lack of it. Now, let's understand why this is the most common wobble is because people just don't believe that we are in a relationship because of them, and they believe that we are too self-centered, and it's no wonder because I understand we are all very busy in our lives and we've got priorities, and it's easy to crowd out the time and space that empathy requires. But you have to understand, if you do not show empathy, you are not able to build trust in that relationship. It only gets harder. So what do? You need to first identify the relationships that are important to you in your life. Once you've done that, then you need to consciously make an effort in showing empathy to them. How do you do that? Once you've identified that this particular relationship holds a great value in my life, is very important in my life, and the next time you get emotionally triggered by that person in any conversation, take a step back, show empathy, try and understand what that person is talking about. You don't necessarily have to accept everything that he or she says. It's only about understanding, it's only about showing empathy, which means understanding their perspective. It's only about listening to them, it's only about showing them that you care. And guys, frankly, if you can't even do that, then the least that you can do is, while you are in a conversation with somebody who's valuable to you, you need to put the distractions away. If you are at home, put the TV off when you are conversing with that person. If you are at work or anywhere else, put your phone away. That is the biggest distraction human mind has created, and trust you me, it's super difficult to create trust or empathy in its presence. Point number two is the logic wobble. Now, when I say logic wobble, it means when you are not able to communicate your thought process clearly to the other person. That's when it creates confusion. That's when it creates problem in a relationship, and hence the other person is not able to trust you completely. Now, how do you overcome the logic wobble? Let's consider that there are two ways of communication in this world. The first one is the method of storytelling, and we all must have heard about this method before. People who are storytellers, they take us on this magnificent journey which is full of mystery and drama, full of twists and turns, and then ultimately they take us to the point where they tell us the idea or the point that they were trying to make. And mind you, most of the best communicators in the world use this method. But if you have a logic wobble, which means if you are unable to communicate your thought process effectively in a relationship, then this applying this method could be really dangerous for you. Instead, what you can do is, instead of telling a story or creating drama in your story, what you might want to try is, you must just put your point forth there in one sentence. Instead of taking us through the entire story, which means, just put your point before. For example, if you are in a meeting and if you have a brilliant idea, instead of telling them where you got this idea from, instead of giving them a background, the entire story of how this idea popped up in your mind and how was this successful in your previous venture, you might as well just want to give out that idea first and then support that idea with evidences. Now in this case, what is going to happen is, you have already given the idea out, so you have already poured out the logic in front of the other person. Now even if the other person wants to stop you, at least you'll get the credit for the idea, so you've already made a point there. That's how you must try this out, guys. Alright, now let's talk about the last wobble, which is the authenticity wobble. And personally, I find it most vexing. We as human species, we can sniff out in a moment, literally in a moment, whether or not the other person is being authentic or not. So the solution here is pretty much clear, isn't it? We just have to be ourselves. Isn't that great? But that's really easy when you are surrounded by people who are like you, and it can also get very challenging when you are around people who are of different mindsets, who can challenge your thought processes. We all are given this luxury of being our own self, but sometimes with that we have this deep temptation of holding back what we are, of not exposing our true self, or trying to be somebody else just to please somebody else. And when we do that, it's very unlikely that we'll be trusted. The result of this is going to be very harmful for us. People won't trust us, and if they don't trust us, it's very unlikely that you will get new projects at work. And if you don't get new projects at work, then it's very unlikely that you will be promoted at work, and then it will only make you super depressed. So it all comes back to being your true self, to being your authentic self, where whatever makes you feel fabulous. Do not pay attention to what people want to hear from you. Pay attention to what your authentic self wants to say. Pay attention to your inner self. Only if you are being yourself, you will be able to build in trust in any relationship. So guys, summing up to what I said, showing empathy, being your authentic self, and having logic in your conversations is going to help you build trust in your relationships. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. Please share your comments in the comment section below, and until next time, take good care of yourself. Bye.